Yo, yo, what up, guys? JP back with day number 5 of my 8th annual 31 Days of Horror. This is a series in which we watch and review 31 horror films in 31 days, all during the month of October, leading right up to Halloween. And continuing along with day number 5 is actually a film that I saw in the theater, but I figured I would hold up the Blu-ray just for visual reasons. And we have 1981's American Werewolf in London. Now, I've only seen this film one time besides this time, and I didn't really care for it that much, if I'm being perfectly honest. I didn't see what the big hype was about. So watching it this time in a theater, packed theater, I had my expectations low. And when I walked away, I really enjoyed the film. So it follows a couple of bagpackers who are in London, and they're kind of in the outskirts. Like, I'm not familiar with the territory, but you know, they're like in these like sheep farms and stuff, like these wide open plains, and they're sort of, you know, backpacking. They you know, it's starting to rain, it's getting cold, so they stop in at a pub, and the people in there are very weird. There's like a pentagram on the wall, and they're just very cold to the two men, and then they're like instantly feel unwelcome there. So they decide to get out of there. Immediately the townspeople start saying, we can't just let them leave. You know, they know what's going on out there. And as soon as the dudes are out there walking, you know, they start hearing this wolf howl in the distance from this way and this way and this way and this way. It's coming from everywhere in a really effective scene. Honestly, one of my favorites, probably my favorite scene in the movie, is this attack, this sort of build up to the attack. The fog is out, the lighting's good, the atmosphere is thick and heavy, and these characters are just walking, and then this wolf sound, this howling, starts coming from all these places, and when you kind of don't expect it, they get attacked. The lead character's friend gets murdered by the wolf, but he gets kind of bit too. The townspeople come and kill the wolf, turns back into a human, and this kid's in the hospital for a couple of weeks. He basically comes to, remembers, hey, it wasn't a person who did this to my friend. It was a wolf, and the people are like, this doesn't seem right, because the townspeople covered it up. And basically, you know, he starts falling for this nurse. He moves back into her house. You know, they kind of hook up a bit, but he's getting visions of his dead friend, and what I could describe as fantastic makeup effects, some of the best in the movie, and there's really good makeup effects in this movie, telling him basically, you know, like, you're cursed, and the curse is going to continue on, you're going to kill people, I can't rest until the curse is ended. Basically, because he died of an unnatural death, he's forced to like walk the earth and kind of rot, and like haunt his friend, which is an interesting spin on the werewolf genre, I will say. So, you know, it's kind of like, will he turn into a werewolf? Won't he turn into a werewolf? Spoiler alert, obviously he does. It's American Werewolf in London. And if I didn't mention, they are from America, these two backpackers. Anyway, so that's kind of it's kind of him dealing with that, and the film kind of wraps up, and you know, quickly almost. It's a longer movie, but it kind of wraps up in a. Is it a longer movie? I don't even know. It might be okay. Hour 38 minutes. Not that long. But it kind of wraps up quickly. I will say this. So, right away, I love the opening to this film. It's fantastic. There's some actually good beats of comedy. There are some great dream sequences. I'm normally not a huge fan of dream sequences, but they're actually intended to further the plot in this one, so it kind of makes sense. They're not like pointless and throwaway and cheap jump scares. I mean, there are jump scares in the dream sequences, but they have purpose, so that's good. And then also the transformation. I mean, the werewolf transformation, it's never been done better, ever. Period. It's just never been done better. I don't know if it ever will be done better. The werewolf transformation is so good in this one. Even looking in, I'm like, wow, man, that's kind of crazy. Like, I didn't expect, you know, it to still look that good on the big screen and stuff, but it does. I actually kind of like the ending of this film. I thought it was going to go one way in my memory. I just forgot what the ending was, and then it just swerved, and I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot. That's crazy. But yeah, American Werewolf in London, I would say I'm a fan now. I was kind of sleeping on it. Seeing it that one time, I just thought it was a little overrated. My expectations were down, and I kind of loved it. You know, it was a really fun watch. My only gripe is, and maybe somebody out there can explain this to me, why, oh why, did the townspeople let the kid go? Because they know that he's going to turn into a werewolf. Don't they want to end the curse? They just killed the other dude that was, you know... these are bagpackers. I mean, the people probably don't know where they are. They could just say, hey, they went missing, you know? So it's kind of weird. I don't know why the townspeople let the kid go knowing that the curse was going to continue. I don't know. It's kind of a plot hole. Directed by John Landis. Good visually. Comedy gets a little too much at sometimes. Like, I would have toned it down a little bit. But it is a dark comedy. So yeah, that's it. 8 out of 10 for American Werewolf in London. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with day number 6, I believe. So see you then.